Lumber can be really expensive, but I have a simple trick that will help you get quality lumber for free. So stick around. Lumber prices have gone crazy over the past few years with wild swings up and down. And that's made it really hard for people like me who like to build stuff. There is a way though to get good quality lumber for free with just a little bit of effort. Now, I'm not talking about pallets. Pallet wood does have some plus sides, but there's also some clear downsides. I'm talking about something much different. I'm talking about quality framing lumber for free. So here's how it works. You first need to go and find a new neighborhood that's being built. Now, there's a lot of neighborhoods that are being built right now, so it shouldn't be too difficult to do that. And then you want to find a house that is in, the stages of framing. Something like this or like this. Now here's something you need to understand about construction of new homes and how they run the projects. Whenever they order supplies, they always order a little bit extra. They always overestimate slightly, and that is to account for waste, right? There may be a few bad boards in the mix. They may mess up on a board or cut a few wrong. The new guy might screw up. And the last thing you want to slow down your build is a lack of materials and have to wait a few days to go order a few extra boards. And so there's always extras. Now they could take that leftover lumber and use it for the next build, but they rarely do that. The builders usually just leave piles and piles of scraps. And when I say scraps, I don't mean necessarily tiny pieces of wood, there's those too, but I'm talking about large pieces. I'm talking about long pieces and wide pieces. Now, why with prices so high would they just leave these scraps and then toss them in the dumpster? It really comes down to who's doing the work. Builders use contractors, and sometimes there's even subcontractors and subs of those. Those guys have no incentive to conserve lumber. They're not paying for it. They're paid to do a job. They're paid to frame. They're concerned about building the house as quickly as possible and doing it just good enough to pass inspection. The cost of the waste, like I said, is factored into the cost of the build, and so there's no reason to keep it. It's already paid for, so they scrap it. It is a shame, really, all of this lumber just going to waste. And they really do just toss it in a dumpster and take it to the landfill. It's a tragedy. In fact, I'm sure that a lot of the people watching this video have worked on construction sites before and have seen this kind of waste. So leave me a comment down below and let me know the most egregious thing you've ever seen on a construction site. But this is where you come in. Go out and find a new neighborhood, a place where they're building new homes. Single family homes are the best. And find some homes that are look to be nearly done in the framing stage. Should look something like this. Now, when you go to one of those homes, you're gonna find piles like this. That is a gold mine. That's the stuff that you want, right? Now it's best to go in the late afternoon, just as the workers are finishing up for the day. Ask them if you can take the scraps. They will always say yes. They don't care. It's not their wood and it's just getting tossed in the dumpster anyway. And with their permission, everything is free game. Take what you need. Now, if you happen to go on a weekend or some other time where they're not working, you do have to be more careful because you don't know if that stack of lumber is leftover scraps headed for the dumpster or supplies that they still plan on using the next day. So use your head. If it looks something like this, leave it be. If it looks like this or something similar, have at it. Again, just be careful. Stealing from a construction site is still stealing and it is illegal, but if it's garbage, nobody cares. Now, there are a few downsides. You may have to pull out some nails, and you may not be able to find really long pieces. These are scraps after all. But in a short amount of time, you should be able to get just about everything that you need for your next project, all for free. You will be amazed at what you will find. One last thing before I go. I recently set up on my website, DIYwithdave.com, a lumber price tracker. The point of this is to get information from all over the country about current lumber prices. I take this information and I'll share it with you guys in my videos. With better, more real-time data on lumber prices, I'll be better able to tell you guys where I think things are heading. So again, the next time you're scoping out lumber at a Home Depot or Lowe's or a lumber yard, just grab your phone and head to DIYwithdave.com and let me know what you're seeing. So tell me, have you guys worked on construction sites like this before? Tell me in the comments what kinds of things you've seen scrapped or any other interesting stories that you have on the topic. I'd love to hear it. And if you want to learn more about the downsides of pallet wood or other ways to score cheap and free lumber, check out these videos. And I'll see you in the next one.